Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Bengals make their way out on offense for the first time, led by their fifth-year quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
Burrow is coming off a year where he suffered his second season-ending injury over a 4-year span. And while that's certainly concerning, there's certainly no denying he's truly one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL whenever he's on the field. However, for them to reach their full potential, he has to be out there. Because as long as he is, this team is a legitimate contender to win it all.
Right to the air is Burrow. And right away, he lost the football. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. A tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. And quickly they get to the line. 2nd down, McKinnon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 3rd and 3. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Here again is McKinnon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. To throw it is Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 6-play drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
We'll get this up to about the 44. 2nd and 7. Burrow will throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
Nice hands displayed there by the former Penn State standout. And he's certainly hoping to get back on track now that he's playing in a Bengals offense that better suits his skill set.
He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now Burrow to throw on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Because I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lewis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. He's got room at the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They run once more with McKinnon. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 14. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Locke to throw. He's got Lewis. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Out to the right, here's McKinnon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this 1st quarter of play. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Now Riley Dixon on. He did his collegiate kicking upstate at Syracuse. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Takes it to about the 37. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Locke. Over the middle, complete. That's Lewis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Locke now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 2.
Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Handoff, it's McKinnon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Through the middle of the field.
And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now a give. This is McKinnon. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Locke going to throw. Flushed out right. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Drew Locke taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. That time a 9-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a dump off here complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Burrow looking to pass.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. He'll drop this underneath to Moss. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Moss. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now Burrow on 1st down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep him out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Kevin Hogan, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. From there, we take the long trip back across the country, then across the pond. Check out the action in London. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Trevor Lawrence, strong in the victory as his guys run their record to 6-1 on the campaign. And finally, on Monday Night Football, we wrap up Week 6.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd down, here's Tracy. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Here's 3rd and 7. Now Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Lock now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first down, Locke. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Locke looks to throw it again. Touchdown, Giants! Allen Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jordan Phillips, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. 3rd down, here's a run by Moss. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. There's Robinson showing the flash. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Malik Neighbors, 52 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Bengals offense returns to the field. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Now Burrow loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Locke. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Locke going to go on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Mercedes Lewis, 26 yards. And the Giants get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes this 35-0 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. Burrow's throw here taken in by Gesicki. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run a draw now with Moss. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. New York set to take the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Block now to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jordan Phillips able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Burrow.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quan Williams. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
But not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackled him for just a short gain.
And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
Now it's Burrow.
Gets it out quick. It's Gage on the slant.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. To the air again, Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins.
And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll get this down to the 40.
A final shot now for Burrow.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it.
And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. And then the defense jumped up and said, hold it. We're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for the Giants, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.